It's crucial to understand the fundamental difference between fewer and less. In essence, fewer is used when referring to countable items or individuals, while less is employed for uncountable qualities or abstract concepts. Fewer is the word of choice when dealing with countable nouns. Countable nouns are entities that can be enumerated, such as apples, peoples, or cars. Here are a few examples illustrating the proper use of fewer. There are fewer students in the classroom today. She has fewer books on her shelf than I do. The supermarket checkout line with fewer items is usually faster. In each case, fewer is used to denote a smaller number of distinct countable items. Conversely, less is employed when dealing with uncountable nouns or abstract concepts that don't have discrete units. Examples of uncountable nouns include water, happiness, and time. Consider the following instances where less is the appropriate choice. I need less sugar in my coffee. There is less pollution in the city this year. After the rain, there is less water on the ground. Here, less is used to describe a reduced amount of a non-discrete substance or concept. While the general rule is clear-cut, there are instances where the line between countable and uncountable nouns becomes blurry. In such cases, it's essential to analyze the context and nature of the noun in question. Less is typically used. I have less time to complete the assignment. He has less money than his sister. However, when expressing specific units or amounts of time or money, fewer might be applicable. There are fewer hours in a workday during the summer. I have fewer dollars in my wallet than I thought. When dealing with collective nouns, the decision between fewer and less hinges on whether the noun is perceived as a singular entity or as individual components. Consider the following examples. There are fewer teams in the league this season, viewing teams as individual units. The committee decided on less strict regulations, treating regulations as a singular collective concept. When dealing with measurements or quantities, the choice between fewer and less depends on whether the noun being measured is countable or uncountable. She needs fewer grams of flour for the recipe. There is less flour in the bag than I expected. In conclusion, mastering the usage of fewer and less requires a nuanced understanding of countable and uncountable nouns. By grasping the fundamental distinction between these two words, remember that fewer pertains to countable items and less to uncountable quantities will undoubtedly contribute to clearer and more effective communication in both written and spoken English.